thought you could win.
There is so much coming out this week, but don't worry, we have the top recs right here for you. 2 movie premieres if you want to get your butts in a theater seat, and 2 streaming choices for those who might prefer the couch. And 1 special date night pick that you may not have seen coming. Rotten Tomatoes has got you covered on this week's What to Watch.
You will bring me what I need, or everything you call a life will end.
Finally hitting theaters is the 3rd installment in the Ant-Man trilogy, Marvel Studios' Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. And here are not so tiny reasons why you need to catch this one this weekend. Jonathan Majors' performance as Kang the Conqueror, the MCU's next big bad, has everyone absolutely raving. Take this review from critic Rohan Patel of comicbook.com, who says, Jonathan Majors brings the heat, making a rapturous debut as Kang the Conqueror. A new dynasty has begun, and it's time to bear witness. And not only does the film kick off Phase 5 of the MCU, it sets up and leads into the next Avengers film, Phase 6's Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, releasing in 2025. And speaking of setups, do not skip out on the 2 amazing post-credit scenes at the end of the film. Next up, slicing and dicing its way into theaters, is the independent slasher film Winnie the Pooh: Blood and Honey. I never thought I'd say that. If it isn't obvious already, a good reason to check this one out is that it's a horror take based on the famous children's book and animated show. And I'm gonna go and say something a little crazy. This is Pooh Bear like you've never seen him before. But wait until I tell you this wild synopsis. In Blood and Honey, having to deal with Christopher Robin growing up and moving to college, Pooh and Piglet, feeling angry and abandoned, become feral and thus bloodthirsty murderers looking for a new source of food. Oh, bother.
I'm gonna take $1 billion and aim it in your direction.
Arriving on Apple TV Plus this week is the drama film Sharper from director Benjamin Caron. One of the biggest reasons to check this one out is a killer star-studded cast, which includes Julianne Moore, who also served as a producer, John Lithgow, Justice Smith, and Sebastian Stan, who is, by the way, the center of this very intriguing plot. He stars as a con man who goes after Manhattan's billionaires as a way to exact revenge on a family that doesn't accept him. You had me at Sebastian Stan.
This is life or death.
It's always life or death, Jean-Luc. When has it not been?
Taking off on Paramount Plus for the last time in its 3rd season is Star Trek Picard. The main reason you gotta check this one out is that it is indeed the final season of the show, which began in 2020 as a follow-up to one of the most beloved Star Trek series, Star Trek: The Next Generation. And speaking of TNG, the season is set to be a major Next Generation reunion, with series veterans LeVar Burton, Michael Dorn, and Gates McFadden returning to their iconic roles.
I'm flying! Jack!
And finally, if you are celebrating Valentine's Day this week, then boy do we have a saving grace for you. It's James Cameron's blockbuster juggernaut Titanic back in theaters for its 25th anniversary, and I'm already bawling at how old I am. If that isn't enough, it's one of the greatest movies of all time. Not only was it the first movie in history to cross the $1 billion mark at the box office, it also swept awards season by winning 11 Oscars, including Best Picture and Best Director. Oh, and that Celine Dion song, Forever a Banger. Okay, hopefully our Rex helped you fill up your entertainment calendar for this week. Be sure to let us know what you watched, whether it was on this list or not. And remember to check in on RottenTomatoes.com for updates on the latest scores and reviews. Until next week, have a happy week of watching and stay fresh.